Hey, what's up YouTubers? Here is a Skylake i5 setup with a Mini-ITX that I recently did for my wife as a work computer. Here is the part list. Now, starting off with a 750 wattage. Now, I know this is a little too much for the computer hardware that I've got going on right now, but I've got this sweet deal on Amazon for $56. I couldn't just pass up on it. It's 80 plus bronze and semi-modular and just plenty of power, clean power all around. Starting off with the SSD hard drive, this is not as fast as the 850 EVO from Samsung, but this is, again, I got it on sale, so it'll do the job. Picking the motherboard was probably not as easy as I'd imagine. I wanted to build something that's a Mini-ITX, but I really wanted to go with the Asus brand, but Asus did not have any choices for non-Z chipset, so we have ASRock, which makes a pretty decent motherboard, so I went with that. And of course everybody's switching to Skylake or upgrading, and DDR4 is here. I just wanted to move forward with the next generation of Intel, and this is a low-end i5, but a lot of power for what my wife needs for her daily needs. Picked up a pair of G-Skill rib jaws, and this should be plenty of memory for her daily needs. Okay, starting off with the CPU installation here, and taking out the pin here. Notice I'm wearing a latex glove. That's some people wear it, some people don't. I generally would like to wear it because I don't like to transfer my oils from my skin on any of the electronic components, so it's a good practice. After a few checks, I lined up the arrow there with the arrow on the motherboard, and that's it. You just let it sit and then close the lid, and the plastic black piece will pop out when okay, I know what you guys are thinking. This is a stock cooler, but it does the job. I'm not overclocking it. It's got an H170 chip, and you can't really overclock it, so what's the point of getting an aftermarket cooler anyway? So here it is. Now installing the DIMMs. I've got the G-Skill rip jaws in there. Got to line up the pins and make sure that they go in and click in. And that's about it. So once the RAM is installed, we can go ahead and hook up the CPU fan and rest of the wiring components, and we should be ready to go. So this particular motherboard came with a built-in Wi-Fi / Bluetooth technology. So basically this card here goes into the mini PCI slot, and I'm basically hooking up the antenna wires in here that were not very easy to do. Here's the power supply, the EVGA 750. it fit in nice and snug in there with all the wires, and it will be more than plenty. Here's the side view of the power supply and the motherboard with all the rat's nest of wires in there. It's pretty tight in there. I gotta tie it down on the side like that, as you can see. So here's the other side of the chassis. There's these SSD that I mounted on the other side with the rubber grommets, and the side fan, as you can see. A little mini fan that was right next to the CPU fan cooler, hooked up to the Molex connector, so it'll be running most of the time. And there's the power supply unit there, 80 bronze. There's the I/O shield and the back end of the chassis. And here is the final product in all its glory. Is in the back end of it. And here's a size comparison with the iPhone 6s. So overall, it has been a fun project for me to put together something for my wife that she can use on a daily basis. It's got a Core i5, Skylake, DDR4, more than what she needs. Anyways, I wanted to share with the fellow YouTubers. Let me know your thoughts and comments.